On this channel, we've built tons of different outdoor furniture, saving ourselves thousands of dollars by building them ourselves. Well, today we'll be embarking on our biggest project yet, building the largest, most expensive outdoor piece of furniture, and we're only doing it for $1,000. This is our outdoor patio, and it's the most perfect place to entertain and host gatherings, but however, it's not ready yet. It's missing something, and what it's missing is a giant outdoor U-shaped sectional that is almost like an exotic lounge that you could see. Well, we found the most perfect $12,000 outdoor sectional that I can't afford. But guess what? We're gonna build it ourselves, and we're gonna try to do it for $1,000 or less. That seems damn near impossible, but let's see what we can do about it. All right, so first things first, I got a bunch of wood that I just picked up and I need to cut up. And I just noticed that somehow I end up doing these outdoor projects in the worst possible weather. That's my luck for you. Let's get into it. Anytime I'm building outdoor furniture, especially stuff you're gonna sit on, I try to reverse engineer it backwards. So I start with getting the cushion. So I found these ones on Amazon. The most important part is the cushion is thick. The cheaper stuff, it's like 4 inches thick. The thicker, the better. I found these for 6 inches thick. There's 8 pieces, 24 by 24, plenty of seating space. I got that going. That is getting delivered next week. Now we don't have to wait on that. I printed out the actual style of the build that we're doing, and the way I'm reverse engineering is I think I'm gonna build it in 2 different sections, right? We're gonna have essentially the couches, build 2 couches, and then we're gonna build 2 filler seats. That'll come together. Now this is important because now my brain kind of knows where we're going and the direction we're taking, so now I can kind of go on autopilot as I'm chopping all the wood up. So for this project, we're going with a Douglas fir. Now, don't worry, Douglas fir is one of the hardest things to stain just because of the red pigment inside of it, but we're gonna be painting this. But we still need to kind of flatten some of these things out. Like this one's kind of cupping right there. I have my thickness planer here that we can fix that problem, but to make sure that you take care of your equipment, make sure you remove any of these staples that are in the wood, and don't just prime out or try to prime out with your screwdriver. I like to lift them a little bit, but then use your pliers. And the reason why is if you break up a piece of one of these and it's still in there and you run it through your joiner or thickness planer, you could say goodbye to those knives. They're gone. You're gonna have to get new ones and get that resharpened. So, and then ask me how I know that, because I've been there. And in fact, the joiner that's right behind Kyle that's standing there, it's creating a bunch of different cuts and grooves. So I got a new set of blades that's sitting right there. Let me pull these out, we'll flatten them out, and then I'm gonna trim off any of these round over edges just so we get nice clean lines, because we want this thing to look luxury and not just out of dimensional lumber. Our dust is already full. I hate emptying the dust canister. It never goes well for me. Please don't be clogged up. Oh, she's to the brim, son. Look at this. Finest American grade sawdust you'll find in the valley. I need a trash bag. I hate this. I should wear a respirator. I just don't know where it is.
All right, so the way I usually do it is I try to shove it, but it creates a vacuum pressure. So you're kind of dealing against science, you know? So push all that in. All right, this is where we flip it.
This is the sucky part because you're going against the vacuuming of it.
It's like sucks the bag in because all the air's out. So if I put my foot down here, try to keep the bag in and the dust out. It's the worst ever. Hate this part. Okay, now, gotta flip it over so it doesn't spill. Throw this back in.
There, that wasn't too bad. But believe me when I say this, that's not gonna be the last time I'm emptying out the dust chute. The way these Douglas firs are, I mean, they need some cleaning up for sure. So we're working on the back parts of the sectional here, and I got all the edges trimmed off, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna assemble this. Well, that's a surprise. I gotta trim these down even more. So the backrest itself is gonna be 27 inches tall. Now, the reason I came up with that number is based off of the cushions that I got. The thing, you know, the bottom 6 and the backrest, it adds up to 27. So these are 27, and I need them to be spaced out just a little bit for that cool, I don't know, modular kind of look. I don't know if I'm thinking of the right thing. So I need to break down these a little bit more, and then we'll put pocket holes, and then we'll start rocking this out.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
This is exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for 1/8 of a gap here. So now listen, a lot of you guys always ask me, hey, do you have plans for this? Or is it even useful for me to mention these numbers and measurements because you're watching a video, you're not like writing it down. So here's what I'll do for you guys. Don't worry, I'll make PDF plans for you guys to get these. In fact, by the time this video comes out, the plans will be done, and you can scan this QR code right there, and it'll direct you exactly straight to these plans. Or if you missed that, you can go in the description, but you'll be well taken care of, don't worry. So the glue, I'm going with the Tybond 3. Why? It's waterproof, so we can use it exterior and interior applications. Next things up, we're gonna space them about 1/8 inch apart, because that's how we did our calculations. Pocket screws, exterior grade. These are coated already, so they're fine. I don't know why they went with blue, that's kind of interesting. And then pocket holes, I use my Craig Foreman. It's a big machine, unless you're doing, you know, kitchen cabinets all the time, it's not really necessary. There's so many different styles of pocket holes. In fact, I bet you I got one that's small in here that anybody can just go buy and start using. Oh yeah, look at that, Craig Mini, fantastic. Clamp it, go, it just takes a little bit longer, that's all. All right, got my pocket holes here. I did a little bit of a strategic move. Number one, pocket holes are gonna be on the back, so meaning my cushions are gonna cover it. Fantastic. The back of it, that's gonna be exposed, is I picked the least amount of knots so I don't have to fill them. This came out perfect. Now, because I'm building 2 couches and then 2 filler pieces at a time, I need to build 2 more of these, and then we could join them together with pocket holes. So this will be essentially this, and then 1 more, and then 1 more tied together, making this thing one giant back piece on 1 couch. Time to sandwich these suckers together. Plenty of wood glue. I decided to just put holes on the middle one. It's just gonna be easier to put them all together. Symmetry is sexy. That's the way I look at it. We have officially our backrest for our couch. These are exactly 24 inches apart, which is our cushions. Now, what I need to do here is, imagine this is the front of this thing, right? So we're gonna put one more of these panels right here to close it off. And then over here, we're gonna do a traditional armrest, and that will be our funky little couch. I built these little triangle corners to keep things square. You can let go of that, Kyle, now. And I'm glad I did. And it doesn't take much to build them. You just a couple of pieces of plywood, glued and screwed together. And then as long as you have your table saw perfectly dialed in, you should be 100% fine to go. And I'm glad I built them because they are super handy in situations like this. Good morning, today is the next day. I got a fresh haircut. I am gonna do something that's gonna save myself some time. I finished all the panels and I was like, I can just spend an entire day sanding them all flush, or I can go to my local workshop or wood shop and see if they'll sand it to me as well. So I got these panels ready as well. And so I found somebody local. I've never done this. I'm gonna go drop them off. They said they can do it all in about an hour, which is gonna save me basically an entire day. Let's go see how it looks. Oh man, I've only been here for like 30 minutes. The guys are almost done. This is a place in Boise. It's called Wood Labs. It's an Eagle technically. Incredible. They sell lots of cool custom furniture here, but at the same time, apparently you can just rent some of their equipment. I've never done this before. I'll tell you exactly what it costs. Because this is a lifesaver. If we're gonna keep doing this, you can build kitchen cabinets at scale. They're gonna come out flawless. You're not wasting an entire day of sanding. Stay tuned. We'll find out all the deets. All right, in and out in 27 minutes. Absolutely ridiculous. I told the guys, like, this is a drive-by sanding. I've never seen this before. The total was $305. Now, it's for basically an hour worth of rental, so I could have brought more stuff to get sanded. It's like $150 for setup. I think it's $120 for the hour, and then like, I think $30 for the belt itself that you're buying. I think it's worth it. Saved myself a ton of time, basically an entire day of sanding. Not to mention, it's actually a quality job of sanding. Everything's the same thickness. This is not gonna be included in the actual total $1,000 budget. That's just for me to speed up the process of getting this video done, the project's done, and get this video out to you guys. So, enough yapping. Let's get this stuff back and get to work. Ooh, she be looking nice. So you can kind of see the layout this is gonna be in. It's kind of like in a U. I'm gonna have 2 extra seating chairs in the middle here. These are the backrests. We need to start working on the armrests for the front. They're just gonna be rectangular, nice and simple, and it's gonna make it look more inviting as opposed to like a closed off section like that. Dude, I am so freaking excited. The fact that I took this to the shop, I got an entire day back. Like, I don't have to spend an entire day sanding, and even with that sanding, I know this thing's gonna be all wavy. Not with them. Everything is so clean, so flush, and so straight. Couldn't be happier. Expensive, but money well spent. Let's start gluing up some of these armrests, and then we can work on the bottoms. So these are 3. It finally stopped raining. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, we got some time to apply some fertilizer. Do you know what's the hardest part about taking care of your lawn? Is the chemicals. You don't know what chemicals you need, when you need to apply them. Heck, even what kind of soil is needed to support those chemicals. Well, things are so much easier now with Sunday. Sunday has made home ownership and taking care of a lawn so much easier. You simply just plug in your address and it gives you an aerial view and the exact soil samples that are in your area. It'll tell you the grass, what's going on in the dirt, and it'll tell you the exact products or chemicals you'll need to make sure that you have a family-friendly, pet-friendly, and a luscious green grass. Once you select those recommendations, you don't even have to leave your house. It all just shows up at your front door, and all you gotta do is open and apply. Sunday creates an easy-to-follow lawn care plan that's completely customizable to your specific lawn. They'll have everything you need from fertilizers to nutrient pouches. And you can rest assured to know that there's no harmful chemicals, there's no unwanted chemicals, there's no mystery chemicals, and most importantly, there's no pesticides. So here's what you do. Head to getsunday.com/build it. Use my promo code BUILD30 to receive 30% off your first Sunday order today. Now, let's get back into building this furniture. This is gonna go something like that. I do need to attach it for the side. I do need to, well, I think for the piece right here, we can connect it to the bottom piece. So what I'm gonna need to do from the inside here, I'm gonna throw some pocket holes, secure it, what is that? Horizontally, and then once we start building the base, we'll be able to secure it completely around so it's not gonna go nowhere. But this is looking slick. I really like this a lot. And this is wide enough so you can use it as a coaster and put your coffee cup, maybe a cocktail. A lot of activities. Wood glue up to here. Here's what I'm thinking for the base. Gonna keep the lines clean. Got some 2x4s, clean the edges off here. Got pocket holes screwed in here. We're gonna secure this at the side, secure this towards the back or from the back inside. And then I'm gonna take one of these common woods that are useless pieces of wood that they sell, that are not good to build anything because it's just ugly. It's just the most ugliest wood you could find. However, it's really useful for like bottoms for your mattresses or seat cushions. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna trim some of it off, create a lip here, attach it to the sides, and then fit all of these nice and snug inside. And then I'm gonna put a brace down below, and then from the bottom we'll put a peg to support it. So essentially, down the middle, there's gonna be support, so a big dude like myself, and maybe a couple of us can sit down on it and not break this thing into a bunch of toothpicks. We got a bit of a design change here last minute. I'm not a furniture maker at all. I reserve that title for artist. I'm just an idiot with a YouTube channel. I think I need strength more than aesthetics here. So instead of recessing them down, I'm not gonna have enough meat on the sides to actually hold them straight or strong. I'm gonna have them sit on top. Now, I think based off of like the mattress, bottom or cushion sitting down, not seeing the ends of these cleats is the only thing that's important to me right now. I have an overlap here of the cushion that's gonna come out about 1 inch. You're not gonna see this piece. And because we're gonna look down, I think the cushion is gonna cover the end pieces of these cleats. That's the way I'm kind of phrasing it in my mind. I think end of the day, we're all gonna be just fine. And then I added another brace down below because that's where the peg's gonna go. And that, my friends, is where the real strength is gonna come from. Okay, so the original design has 1.5 inch base to it, and that's because the cushions are like 10 inches thick. Our cushions are 6. So we're gonna have to make up the distance because the distance of the seating cushion to the absolute floor is like 15 inches. And the way we can make it up to that is by using a 2x8 for the bottom. My only concern that it's gonna look funky because it's not as deep as the original, but I'm kind of doing like a dry fit, and I think this might look okay. Well, there you have it. It's not in the cards. I think I'll be fine. Yeah, I think I'll be fine. This is weird, but I think I'll be fine. Oh my God, I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, there we go. Hey, that looks pretty damn cool. I kind of like how this is recessed too. I actually really like how this turned out. Now, keep in mind, I'm gonna be sitting 6 inches-ish higher, so my arms will be able to, let me see if I can stand up with that. Man, this table's gonna break on me. I'm gonna be sitting kind of like this. This is perfect. This is absolute perfect lounge position, if there was one. I'm gonna bust out another one, but before I can bust out another one, let's see what the design is gonna be for the middle chairs. So everything's gonna go straight forward on the middle pieces, exactly kind of like the couch, except for one part. Obviously there's no side parts for you to, reinforce this. So here's what I'll tell you. Have some reinforcements. Never skimp out on wood glue. If you can put wood glue and screws together, fantastic. But even better, when you do use wood glue, make sure you get wood glue on both sides. It's kind of like doing backsplash or any kind of tile work, right? You're gonna put the mortar on both the wall and the tile piece, right? For the better connection or adhesion. You're gonna do the same thing with gluing things up. Now, we are also going to add on these filler pieces pocket holes on both sides and possibly even the benches. And the reason why is when we put it all together, you don't want somebody to lean back on the middle piece and have it snap off. We wanna reinforce it with the side stuff. So we're gonna throw those pocket holes. We're not gonna glue them up, but it's gonna be something to join it together that you can take it apart, move if you need to move them, and then put it back together again. Here is our base. It looks fantastic. Good news, bad news. Good news is everything's going as planned. We have a good game plan going. Bad news is I still need to build 2 more bases for a middle and the couch. And that means I'm short 3 2x8s and 3 2x4s possibly. So that's awesome. I already know that we're gonna be over our budget probably because I'm already sitting at $995. And we still need to buy paint. So it's gonna be fun to find out how far off budget we're gonna be towards the end of this episode. Stay tuned. We'll find out and have a heart attack together. Nah, it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Or we won't. I'm sure it'll be fine. Or we won't. I guess we'll find out. Okay, good news, bad news. Good news is it only cost me $80 to get this all finished up. Bad news, well, there's 2 types of bad news. Number 1, I feel like I need 1 more of these to make this spread out. It will look inviting enough, not claustrophobic, and it'll give us extra space down below to put like a fire pit or a coffee table or whatever. Second thing, and this is priority number 1, these armrests are way too tall. I was kind of eyeballing it, but I mean, this is not comfortable at all. And it looks kind of funky, to be honest with you. It just looks like this rectangular box. It's glued and it's screwed. I can pop the nails or screws off, but there's not a whole lot I can do about the wood glue. So here's my solution to it. We're just gonna cowboy up. I'm gonna take those screws off. We're gonna try using like a Japanese handsaw to carefully drop this down, cut across, and then hopefully we can reuse it and secure it somewhere around here. I think that'll kind of accomplish this like low to the ground look. And I'm still on the fence about it, and I don't know if we're gonna do it or not. I kind of want to chop this down a little bit lower, but that's just psychotic Alex thinking right now. You know, somebody recently asked me, they go, what's your biggest screw up on a project? Probably this right here. It's not the most expensive, but it's definitely the most annoying one where you have to cut stuff like this and try to fix it. But that already looks so much better. Yes, what great news for once. When it comes to building any kind of outdoor furniture, one of the biggest dangers for your project is water seeping into the screw holes. Well, most people, they fix this with using wood filler, but eventually wood filler cracks and fails with ever-changing temperatures. Well, today, I'm gonna show you how to have a more permanent fix solution using epoxy. That's right, folks, I said epoxy. Let me show you. So for years, we've used J-B Weld to fix any kind of metal problems, and the advantage behind it is the fact that how quickly it settles and dries. Well, with their WoodWeld, you can actually start applying it towards wood projects, and we can expedite that process as well. So with WoodWeld, this is a light tan color, which is great if you're gonna stain the project using something similar of a shade, or in our situation, we're gonna paint it, which is gonna be great. All we're gonna do is squeeze some out right onto our little block piece. And then we mix the two parts evenly. That's a beautiful tan color. I think I'm actually gonna paint this project probably similar to this. Next thing we do, take your little popsicle stick and start pushing it all into our screw holes. While I'm at it, I think I'm gonna fill in some of these exposed knots just because that stuff is pretty prone to absorbing moisture as well, but also I want to have a more uniform look. All right, let's let that do its thing for the next couple of minutes and we'll check on it. Good news, we built one more, as promised, section, and now we have a 9-person seating arrangement. And that is exactly how I want it. This is so massive, I love it. The WoodWeld is officially nice and dry. Let's hit it with 150 grit sandpaper and see how it looks. Well, there you have it. After a few quick light sands, we got everything looking perfect. And most importantly, our project is protected from whatever the weather is going to throw at it. Now, in terms of color, it's got this beautiful little tan color in there. So once it gets stained or maybe just clear coat, you'll see this kind of like a sandy gray beige color in that epoxy fill, which I think looks awesome. And right now, we are getting ready to start throwing some primer on it. Oh, you know what I forgot to say? We got a primer. Let us spray. The primer's dry. I'm gonna show you a trick to get the most glass-like finish on any paint project. Most of the time when you sand your projects to, let's say 120, maybe 220 grit, does not matter, and then you apply either stain or primer. All those little hair follicles on the wood, you've sanded down, now raises with any kind of liquid that touches your project. Let it be stain, let it be paint, doesn't matter. So what you do is, once the first coat is done, in our situation is the primer, grab yourself like 220 grit sandpaper. And you don't even need a sander to do this. Just lightly with your hand, cut down all of those little sand particles, or the hair follicles that stood up. So what that'll do is it'll break them down, and because our first coat already sealed everything off, that by the time we start spraying our final coat of paint, it's gonna be a glass-like finish, and you're gonna be the talk of the town amongst all your friends, and your projects are gonna look incredible. All right, so everything's applying really well. I got one coat down, I got one more to go. The color that I went with is a Sherwin-Williams, it's a great name, Hop Sack. That's the color we're going with. Now this is an outdoor paint, and this is important for you guys to know that if you're gonna be painting any outdoor projects, use an exterior grade paint and not an interior. And in terms of this color, the reason we went with it is we have this, well, this is just a tray, but we have an outdoor dining table over there. So I wanted to have this thing match and not clash with the rest of the stuff that we have. So I brought this into Sherwin-Williams. This is the closest. It doesn't look like it matches right now, but I'm optimistic that hopefully tomorrow when it dries, this will look the part, the look that we're going for. And at the same tone, we wanted to keep the natural wood tones in there because we're gonna see some natural wood grain in there that we wanted to actually look like a real piece of wood, not try to cover it up. Gonna let it dry, hit it with another coat, and then we'll bring the cushions, and we'll see how this thing looks in the patio, huh? All right, the overall budget for this project was $1,230. Yes, we went over, but we had to get an extra gallon of paint, we had to get extra few boards, and we had to get an extra cushion down the middle because we wanted to look grander. But I also made plans for you guys to follow. You can scan this QR code right there, build this beautiful section for your home. But if you want to get it for free, there's a way to do it. We have a private network called the Builders Lodge. The first 5 people who join the private community in the next 24 hours will receive these free plans. On that network, we have things from community chats, question and answer, some of the projects you got going on, behind the scenes, workshops, live streams, so much stuff. First 5 people who join it, I'll send it to you for free. I'll see you there. And in the meantime, what should we build next?